Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is Jackass Retro. My name is Matt and today is our weekly postcard only what sold video. Wanted to mention a couple of quick things. This is the third weekly what sold. There is going to be a 2-week hiatus on what sold for postcards. I'm going to be on a road trip, so not really going to be real easy for me to record these. But then when we get back, there'll be a mega long 2 weeks of what sold, super long video. Wanted to put in a couple of plugs real quick. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like this kind of content, you can show support. There will be a link down in the description for Buy Me a Coffee. Anything is appreciated, but don't feel any obligation. I'm doing this because I learned so much from other YouTubers who have done videos like this in the past. There's really not a lot of it out there. Finally, if you just can't get enough of postcard stuff, you can find Jackass Retro on Facebook. That will be down in the description as well. Just click on that link. And there are couple of dozen now postcard galleries on there of lots that I found, and some just generally cool postcards, as well as some other cool vintage ephemera and other items that have been selling. So go ahead and find us over on Facebook, and you can scan through as many cool postcard images as your heart's content. So that's going to be it. Let me get set up here. We're going to jump right into it. And we had 32 postcards go out this week. The most expensive one this week was only about $25 plus shipping. So not a ton of high value this week. Lots of $6, $7, $8 postcards. So we'll just go ahead and get started here. Let me just finish getting set up so I can see everything. I'm going to make that as big as we can. Let me get all my prices here in order. First up, we've got a few going out. These haven't shipped just yet, but go ahead and throw these in here. These were all, I think, right around $10 plus shipping. That number may not be exact, but right about there. So park headquarters, Yellowstone Park, kind of a bird's eye view, white border, kind of cool. Unposted postcard. Did take an offer on this. I think it was up for about $13.95 or $14.95 plus shipping. So that one just sold today, as did this one. Kind of an interesting one. Obviously, you've got the damage on it, writing on the front, but advertising postcard for the Sharples Separator Company in Chicago, Toronto, Westchester. Posted 1908, Columbus, Ohio. Just kind of a cool, hey, I'm hanging out with my cow. Let's drink some milk with this baby. So that one was right around $10 as well as this one. Law west of the Pecos. Cool, like public market, notary public, hanging out on the porch. And yeah, I love the caption on this. Judge Roy Bean, the law of the west of the Pecos. Holding court at the old town of the Langtree, Texas in 1900. Triangle horse thief. They built the courthouse and saloon. No other peace officers in the locality of the time. So this was, I believe, a linen postcard. So it's actually a later image of this. So yeah, natural color. Yeah, this was a linen. So, and you can see the hatching on the horse there. So yeah, this one sold right around $10 as well. Tremont Street from Boston, Massachusetts. This is 1900s. Undivided back. Nope, divided back. 1911. There we go. We can always tell from a postmark. Boylston Street in Boston. I just like the view on this one, how it kind of curves up the street. Not all that uncommon a view. I think this one went for, yeah, $6.95. There's going to be a lot of $6.95s on this one. This is Industry Paper Mills, Industry Mills in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. Another bird's eye view. I like the green tone on this one. I don't think it's tinted or anything like that. I think it's just naturally all that green. Spring Grove, there we go. The Glatfelter Company. Kind of cool postcard. Just nice green. You're not seeing double. We sold this exact same postcard last week. I had two of them. They both came from the Michon auction lot. I did the unboxing video for that one. This one sold. The other one sold for $35. This one sold for $30. And nice sepia view of the Bank of Pleasanton in Pleasanton, California. Unposted. There you go. Neat. This one is, very cool. One quick little note here. This is the first photo. Sometimes when I've got a postcard that's got a lot going here and there's one specific detail that I think is going to sell it, I will add a third photo that crops down and puts focus on the part that I think is important. And this was creepy Santa Claus peeping Tom out the window there. Right? Easy to miss if you're just scanning through a bunch of postcards. This one had some damage. The corners, obviously, this had probably been mounted in a gallery, not gallery, in a postcard book and gotten the damage. So regardless, it did sell for $6.95, free shipping. This one's had a few from the Michon auction lot of Autobahn birds. This is the passenger pigeon. Unposted. I had like 3 or 4 from that. They're not super uncommon, but there is a fairly decent sell-through rate on them. This one as well, $6.95 free shipping. I like this one. This is Masonic Temple in Lock Haven, PA. That car in front, I think part of the reason why it sold. Silvercraft, if you're new to postcards, Silvercraft made, they're not real photo postcards. They are printed, but you get generally photographic images. So this one sold for $14 plus shipping. Next up, the Edgewater Beach Hotel in Chicago. So this is one of those very common subjects. Like there's a lot of Edgewater postcards out there. A slightly less common view of the hotel. Like you don't usually see it from the water. It's usually up the street. So this one is, is it linen? No, this is just a white border. So 1930s. This one sold a little bit more than you would normally see for $8.95 free ship. Pinnacle at Albany Township. Again, common subject, not a common image. So, usually when I have those cards, I do price them up just a little bit. And those will always get listed. Most of the other cards that sold for basically the Pinnacle at Albany Township were like under $6 or $7. So I'm getting towards, without being a real photo postcard, sort of the top end of the market on these. This one was unposted. Got the Little Rock, Arkansas State Bank building. Good sell-through, but common image. $6.95 free ship, 1915. Again, common subject. Lots, when the market is flooded and I see all the cards out there at like 10, 15, 20 bucks, but none of them have sold, that tells me usually that either there's going to be no demand or everyone's just priced way too high. So I think this was one of those where I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather sell it than sit on it. And I've got all this competition. I might as well just price it to sell. So I did. And it sold for $7.95 free shipping. So a lot of these are not, it all adds up in the end. So we've got also this one. This is Seattle, Washington, hometown, Northern Life building at 3rd and University Street. This building still exists. I walked by this building every day for many, many years. I worked right down University Street. At the base, near the base of this building is a staircase. There's a bar that's at the lower corner of it. And I used to walk by it on my way to work when I had a job. This one sold for $7.95 free shipping. I kind of have a weak spot for Seattle postcards because I'm from there. I definitely tend to list them more often than sometimes I should, just because there's a personal bias of perceived value because it's where I'm from. So this one's $7.95. I'm actually kind of surprised it sold that much, but it did. That came from the Michon lot as well. Louisiana State exhibit. This one sold on sale. Linen postcard, again, very common, for $6.60 free ship. This one's been posted. This one I put on last week, and I was on one of my just packing videos, and I totally called it out as the Gettysburg Battlefield. This is actually the Custer Battlefield and Graveyard. This one, I've sold this postcard before, this image before. It was actually a much older one, but it's the exact same view of this of the graveyard, but much older. So I think sometimes you see this where like there'll be an artist rendering of a particular photograph, and they make that into a postcard, and then the actual photograph of the postcard. The thing here is that the photograph or the artist rendering was a good 30 years before this postcard was published. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. Not big money, $6.95 free shipping. This was just one I knew right away to list because I had sold essentially the same postcard before. We've got the bird's eye view of downtown Miami, Florida. Again, common subject, uncommon view, $8.95 free shipping. I think this was our top end postcard of the week. This is the Fairfield, Nebraska Public School. Got some kids hanging out outside. Looks like these kids are getting hauled off to the detention or something like that. Got the it's real photo, but it's got the printing on here. So not real photo, I'm sorry. It's 1907. I don't know, I like this one. Got a World War II comic postcard. Strangely, this one is not linen. It is a printed postcard. The message on this one tells the story here. Writing to the sister, Marianne S. Donner. She's from, she's on, with the U.S. Navy. Because it's sick bay, I'm guessing she was a nurse on one of the ships, is my best guess. Which would make the subject matter appropriate for the letter home. So, you know, I don't like to always ignore the backs of the cards. I know sometimes it's you know, irrelevant when it comes to value of a card, but sometimes that's the most interesting part of the story. And I think all in all, that's the case here. Yep. His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, $7.95 chrome postcard, more modern, probably 60s, my guess, maybe early 70s. Wearing his kilt, little Scotch. I don't know what the Scott beret is called, Scotch beret, but anyways, $7.95 free shipping. Just kind of a cool, you know, cool image. Forest County Courthouse in Gettysburg, Mississippi. Linen postcard. Probably what sold this one here is that we have the Civil War monument over here. Generally speaking, Civil War monuments in postcards do tend to sell it. I think that's probably the case due to the fear that history is being erased because some of these monuments are being taken down or moved. I'll spare you my commentary on that one. But linen postcard, unposted, $9.95, free shipping. And then we're pretty much getting towards the end of this. This is today's postcards. Main Street in Hutchinson, Kansas. It's a winter view. Look at the snow on the ground. Someone wanted to point out, hey, here's the post office way over here. But yeah, this is again common view, uncommon with the snow on the ground. So I think that's probably what sold it. This one sold for $8.05. It was on sale. Message on the back here one. Excuse me for not writing for so long. The post office is where I've marked. Basically saying I have to walk all the way over there to go mail this thing, which is why I didn't write. Lame excuse. Whatever your name is. Lame excuse, Harold English. You need to write more. You make that walk to the stupid post office. Mail your friend Miss Daisy Graves in Cupertino, California. She's been waiting to hear from you, and she deserves it. By the way, do you know Frank English or Milton Kirby? All right. Troy, Ohio. St. Patrick's Catholic Church and Rectory. Again, this was on sale, sold for $7.15. I mean, what else can you say about the St. Patrick's Catholic Church and Rectory that hasn't already been said? I can't think of anything. Next. All right. So these next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 cards. All came in from the same buyer at the same time. The prices, none of them were more than $9.95. And they're all 60s Disneyland. I picked these up off a lot I bought off of eBay about a year ago. There was one postcard in here that, not in here, but that I sold from that lot that paid for the whole lot. If you want to know what that card is, tune in next week. I will have a video dropping while I'm on vacation that will show nothing but my postcard home runs. And in fact, I will be recording that video immediately after this one. So let's take a look at which ones. So this is the New Orleans Square Panorama. I once, right now, or the last time I was at Disneyland, there was a little dock that came out of here that was the Disneyland smoking section. And I met a guy there. Oh, there's the doc down here in the corner, who told me about the fist fights they used to have in Tomorrowland. And then we were talking to him for a while, and then we turned around, and then we turned back around, and he was gone. I think he might have been a ghost. Anyways, yeah, they used to have fist fights in Tomorrowland. All right, then this is Tom Sawyer's Island, or yep, right, that's what it was called. Rivers of America, yeah, that was Tom Sawyer's Island. I loved running across this stupid bridge when I was at Disneyland. I miss going to Disneyland. I want to go back when they open. They're open again soon, I think. But yeah, there's the Mark Twain. I've actually driven the Mark Twain. I have a certificate to prove it. Fun fact, if you go onto the Mark Twain and ask if you can go and drive, they will let you. Which you don't actually get to drive, but you get to spin the steering wheel, which is fun. And they give you a certificate that says, I drove the Mark Twain. But you can't, you do actually get to toot the horn on it, that's very satisfying. All right. Mislabeled this one, said it was from Disneyland. It's actually from Disney World. It's a small world. There's the children from Europe. They're probably singing Smiergenbjergen, Smiergenbjerg. Yep, that's my guess. That's more Scandinavian than European, isn't it? Anyways, moving on. Next one. Matterhorn with the People Mover. Remember the People Mover? Check out them colors on the monorail. Yeah, that one's cool. Not the People. It wasn't the People Mover. The People Mover was the thing in Tomorrowland. This was the Sky Tram or something like that. It's not there anymore, but it was cool. You went through the Matterhorn, and remember, you could see the Yeti. Same one. Oops. Then we got the trifecta of cool stuff. You've got the Matterhorn, then you got the cool color old school monorail, and then you've got the fakey submarines for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea before they turned it in this new version with I haven't even seen it yet. Finding Nemo, I think, is what it is now. And again, I probably could have got some more of these if they didn't have the tape damage, but what are you going to do? And then another Matterhorn Space Mountain Skytram view. Got the stage here. This is where they do all the lightsaber battles nowadays. Back then, they didn't have lightsaber battles. This is Disneyland pre-lightsaber area. It is Tomorrowland, so you can see the people down here having fist fights. Yeah, there you go, going through the thing. Off to the bottom left is where Captain EO would come. Why do I have the entire geography of Disneyland memorized somehow? I don't know. We got the Disneyland Christmas tree. Christmas tree. There it is. Big, tall Disneyland Christmas tree. Nothing Disney at all about this postcard, except it says Disney on the back. And it's a big-ass tree. All right. Here is the entrance to Tomorrowland. Look at this lady's bob. You can date the postcard by just her haircut. There's the People Mover. Right up top there, those yellow cars. Yeah, pretty neat. Got the rocket ships there. Got the American flag. Tomorrowland entrance. There you go. Next up, Jungle Cruise. All right. So most of the Disney postcards, they don't insert the characters. This one they did. Now, I know Mickey's shooting the hippo, but it looks like he's shooting Donald. Saying, I'm going to shoot that Donald Duck. Get out of here, Donald. That's what it looks like. Donald's running on water like Jesus. I bet just before this, Mickey was like, They like their handouts, ladyfingers. And look, everyone, it's the sixth wonder of the world, the backside of water. And everyone laughs. Jungle River Cruise. There we go. See those rocks? A lot of people think it's slate. Most people just take it for granted. Anyways, then we got our elephants, baby elephants. Yes, I'm doing Jungle Cruise jokes on a Jungle Cruise postcard. You're welcome. All right, then we got the elephants. Hooray. In the enchanted bathing pool. So there's that. So that's it. All those postcards were bought by one buyer. The total order value before discount would have been $73.30. They get a big bump off of buying multiple postcards from me because it's just worthwhile to offer that discount. Total shipped price is $54.98 for 10 cards. So that is a win all the way around in my book. I use this pricing strategy, and I'll break it down like this. Any one of these cards sold individually sells for $6.95, right? It's going to cost me $3.50 to ship. So I'm making $3.45 per card. As a whole, all 10 of these sold for $54.98. It cost me about $4 to ship. So I'm making around $5 a card. So it's definitely worthwhile for me to offer bulk discounts like this. And I would say take a look at it for yourself and see if it works for you. And finally, this is a arcade exhibit postcard. It is actually a reproduction. I did not know that the first time that I listed it. Somebody bought it. They returned it. They told me this is not an original. This is a reproduction. So I changed my listing. I included that information right here and relisted it. And then it sold for more than I sold it for the first time when somebody thought it was original. So neener. That worked out well. Okay. I think that is just about it. So yeah, pretty good overall week in postcard sales. Nothing like mind-blowing crazy. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, check out the links below. Go find us on Facebook. If you want to support the channel, you can do that by buying me a coffee down below. And if it's your first time here, please do consider subscribing. If you like this kind of content, hit the thumbs up. And if you have ideas for future videos, or if you have ideas for some videos I can go ahead and load you up with while I'm out on the road, please let me know. I do hope to be doing some sourcing while I'm gone. So if there's postcard related stuff, you can expect that to show up in the playlist. And it's going to be mostly short videos. Also, I want to mention I do sell a lot of stuff besides postcards. So I do lives quite often of my packing and shipping. You can see all the kinds of stuff that I sell and, you know, how I pack it too. So we would love to have you. We've got pretty active chat and a lot of people joining in. So thank you very much once again. We'll see you on the next one. It's going to be, once again, 2 weeks. So we'll see you then. Thanks so much and have a good one.